is our city? Wo ist unsere Stadt? Some places in Lugo. Einige Orte in Lugo.
Parco del Loto ist einer der größten Parks in Lugo und es befindet in der Nähe des Stadtzentrums. Dieser Name stammt aus den vielen Lotusblumen und Seerosen, die den See dieses Park bedecken.
Parco del Loto invite people to all ages. There is a playground for children and parking areas with table and benches.
But what we can see in Parco del Loto? We can see the beautiful lotus flower and the different types of tree presents here. But the lotus flower blooms in summer and the tree had lost their leaves. So, in my opinion, the best season when visit the Parco of Loto are spring and summer.
So now in the winter we can meet different types of animal in the grove and near the lake. For example, little snake, turtle and a lot of different birds.
For the last things here there is a room for meetings organized with groups of children where some specialists introduce them to the park.
So we can say this is a perfect park where you can find relax, privacy and peace in the wild, but you can also have fun with your friends.
Besuchen Sie bei einem Besuch in Lugo unbedingt ein Museum, das einem der berühmtesten Helden der Region gewidmet ist. Dies ist das Baracca-Museum, das dem Francesco Baracca gewidmet ist. Er spricht nicht nur über Baracca, sondern auch über viele andere merkwürdige historische Fakten.
A trip to Lugo should definitely include a visit to the museum dedicated to the town's most famous hero. It is located in the neoclassical palace in which Baracca was born. His father, Enrico, donated it to the municipality. The museum houses a collection of personal objects and belongings of Francesco Baracca, which include the aircraft spanned 7th century, used by the aviator to achieve one of his 34 victories.
The aircraft bears the coat of arms of the pilot, the prancing horse Cavallino Rampante, which is known all over the world as the symbol of Enzo Ferrari's cars. The museum works together with the Association of the Friends of the Museum, Associazione Amici del Museo Francesco Baracca, whose purpose is to do historical research and promote the collection.
Pavaglione is a unique building and practically a shopping center ahead of this time. It is the imposing four-sided portico and it was designed by the Ferrarese Giuseppe Campana in 1738.
Er wurde geboren, den Seiteraupenmarkt zu beherbergen, der damals in Lugo blühenden.
Today, Pavaglione still houses shops, workshops and fairs, and the Wednesday market, which is 6 centuries old.
Das Gebäude ist auch Schauplatz für Unterhaltung. Auch verschiedene Musikwerke wurden im 17. Jahrhundert repräsentiert.
In the evening, Pavaglione lights up and is very good to see.
Rocca war ein Zentrum von großer strategischer und wirtschaftlicher Bedeutung. Die bedeutendste Zeit für die Entwicklung der Festung entspricht jedoch der Äste-Herrschaft. Die Rockestense ist seit 1847 Sitz der Stadtverwaltung und verfügt über repräsentative Räume von erheblichem kulturellem und historischem Interesse.
In 1820, the loggia was built to house the offices, in particular the judicial and post offices. In the Rocca we can find various very important rooms, such as the Baracca room, the Esque room, the mayor's office, all of the city council.
Rocca was enlarged, as well as the creation of the hanging garden at the end of the 18th century. In the roof garden in summer we can also find a restaurant called Rocca, where you can go for lunch or dinner to enjoy some good food in the open air.
We are in Piazza Baracca, the main square in our town, Lugo, and behind us there is a huge monument. This monument is dedicated to Francesco Baracca, who was the champion of Italian aviation during the World War I. It took more than 3 years to design and almost 6 to complete. The artwork was inaugurated on the 21st of June 1936. The statue of the aviator is 6 meters tall and rests in a plinth covered by marble.
On the plinth, there are all the dates and the names of the places in which the aviator won his battles. The immense wing birthed the symbols of the two armed forces that he belonged to, the cavalry and the air force.
Right on these stairs, lots of teenagers spend their time chatting and socializing during the evening and the afternoons, especially in summer, when the bar near us is closed. Also in summer there are lots of concerts of local bands, and every Wednesday there is an open-air market that sells food like fruit and vegetables, but also shoes and clothes. Finally, in autumn there also is a vintage open-air market that is very famous in Italy.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm here today to present Teatro Rossini in Lugo. Teatro Rossini is our city theater and it was dedicated to Gioacchino Rossini, Lugo's compositor. It was built in the second half of the 18th century, in 1770, by the architect Antonio Galli. A few years later, an intense business activity started. Opera and comedy shows were just some of the shows that this theater hosted, and it also hosted some balls and some dramatic theater companies. The theater is located in the west part of Lugo, near Pavaglione. It's a typical Italian theater, shaped like a horseshoe, with about 500 seats, and it's one of the oldest theaters in our region. Much work went into the restoration. They tried to maintain an old-fashioned style, but it was needed to consolidate the structure and repair some missing parts. Experts then found some interesting frescoes under the plaster that they reveal the wonderful work of 1700.
Das Rossini Theater ist das Theater von Lugo und ist dem Komponisten Gioacchino Rossini gewidmet. Es wurde in der zweiten Hälfte des 18. Jahrhunderts unter der Leitung des Architekten Antonio Galli gebaut. Das Theater hat schon immer viele Einführungen mit berühmten Persönlichkeiten, wie zum Beispiel Giuseppe Verdi und Nicola Paganini. Es bekam eine sehr intensive Tätigkeit mit Aufführungen und Opernaufführungen, vor allem komische. Das Theater beherbergt auch Akademien und Theatertrupps. Es befindet sich ebenfalls im Zentrum von Lugo auf der Ostseite Pavaglione. Es ist ein sehr altes Theater im Italienischen mit 4 Theaterboxen und 500 Plätzen. Schließlich wurde sie mehreren Restaurierungen unterzogen und bei der letzten Restaurierung wurden interessante Fresken im Inneren der rechten Boxen entdeckt.